Welcome to Walsey's Food Coma. This is part one of my beef series. Today we're making spaghetti and meat sauce. My kids love spaghetti with meat sauce, but they hate tomatoes and onions in their sauce. So my task is to make one that they like to eat, but still has all the flavor. How hard can it be? Let me show you. Start off with the ground beef that I had ground up in an earlier video. And I usually just like to season this with some garlic salt and oregano. Probably about a teaspoon of each. Once the meat is brown, go ahead and take it all out. And then you're going to add some onions. This is about half an onion, half a large onion that I'm gonna wilt down a little bit. All right, the onions are starting to turn translucent. I'm gonna add in, it's about 5 garlic cloves and 1.5 tablespoons of tomato paste. And give that a stir. The heat's on a low to medium at this point. You don't want to burn anything. You just want to develop some of that flavor. Adding a bit more of oregano. It's probably another teaspoon or so. And also garlic powder. Garlic salt, excuse me. All right, now we're gonna turn up the heat to a medium high so that we can deglaze the pan. You wanna lift up all of those nice beef bits that are on the bottom. That's probably about a cup. This is just enough to scrape up all the beef bits and get that flavor into the sauce. The goal here is to deglaze the pan for sure, but also it's to evaporate out all the alcohol. But man, the aroma right now between all of the aromatics and the spices and the wine, oh, making me hungry. The sauce has reduced and there are no more meat bits on the bottom. So at this point, I'm going to put in a can of tomatoes. We really like these. It's the San Marzano tomatoes. A lot of recipes will have you crushing it first or whatever, but I'm gonna puree it later, so I'm just gonna crush it in the pot to save myself some effort. Just give this a good stir. And then you can crush it with your spoon to break it up. I pretty much crushed down all the tomatoes into smaller chunks. I'm going to put a lid on it and let the rest of it cook through. before I puree the sauce and add the meat back. It's been about 20 minutes that I've been simmering this for. You have to stir it periodically to keep things from sticking to the bottom, but it's looking much better. The tomatoes are much softer. So now I'm gonna blend it with my immersion blender to take out all the chunks that my kids hate so much. So let's turn off the heat. All right. And we're gonna add back the beef. And mix it all together and let it simmer while the pasta water is boiling. I have some Parmesan rinds in the fridge, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in. I don't always do it, but it is a really nice addition. It will add some flavor and salt and nutty notes. At this point, we're boiling the water for the pasta. After it's done cooking, the sauce is pretty much done. Just gonna put a lid on it and keep it on simmer. Stir it every few minutes. Enough salt to make it taste like the sea. What does that mean? I don't know. Every Food Network star seems to have a different answer for that. So I just grab a pinch. Pasta is just cooked. Barely cooked, because I'm gonna finish it in the sauce. We can leave a little bit of the pasta water in there. There's actually probably too much sauce, but we can just refrigerate the rest of it that we don't need. But it's nice to let the pasta cook in the sauce for a little bit. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. The kids are gonna love it. Don't forget to follow Walsey's Food Coma for the next installment of my beef series. Thank you.